We're here today in Balladrew to help clean up one of the tenants' houses.
This team of workers has a big job on its hands, helping tenants like Patricia Williams get their public housing properties cleaned up and ready for inspection.
We go there a couple of times, but we explain to them also when we're helping them that they've got to contribute and keep it up after we're gone.
Ms Williams has lived here for 11 years. The Working Bee is part of a programme that supports Indigenous tenants to stay in their homes. It deals with a range of issues, from antisocial behaviour to mental health problems.
They've taken a lot of stress and depression away and, given me my life back, so to speak.
The programme also provides employment for 6 Indigenous staff.
I just sit around just doing nothing, basically, a lazy life. Doing this job, it just lifted me off my feet, and I'm only standing probably 5 foot, but now I feel 10 foot with the job I'm doing and helping out in the community.
I love you too. How was your day at school?
Ms Williams has had her daughter and grandchildren living with her and often takes in other relatives. Last year, the group fundraised to help pay the rent.
So with the direct debit payment plan that we've set up,
this year they're back again, trying to get her back on track. Many people would say it's completely reasonable for a tenant to be evicted if they're not paying the rent and they're not looking after the property.
So I just don't understand why would we evict a family to the streets when what we could do in a much cheaper way and a more humane way is to support them to get up to date with their rent and their water.
It's an unconventional programme that relies on the goodwill of supporters, but it's fighting for its future. Its federal funding ends this month.
The result of the loss of this project will be a spike in evictions to homelessness, and it will result in a spike in child removal.
The WA government is being pressured to step in and fund the project at a cost of $1 million a year. But the Minister for Community Services and Child Protection says the government's already spending more than 10 times that amount on its Thrive programme.
In the 18 months that particular Thrive contract's been in place, they've supported more than 600 people to stay in their tenancies, and about 66 of those households have been Aboriginal.
In 2018-19, there were 447 evictions from state housing. In 2019-20, that figure dropped to 300. However, that includes a 3-month COVID eviction moratorium. There are currently just over 42,700 social housing properties in WA. The state government can't say how many of those tenants evicted are Indigenous. The First Nations project claims it's a lot, making its culturally appropriate service vital. Foundation Housing, a community housing provider, agrees, saying it relies on the group to support its Indigenous tenants.
Someone's got to fund it. I mean, the level of services they provide, the type of service they provide is very unique. We've not seen an organisation that provides that type of service.
You've got some tenancies that are very difficult and the neighbours basically have enough. So the tension that you're trying to deal with is making sure that tenants understand that the behaviour has to change.
With just 2 weeks of funding left, the group has stopped taking on new cases. Claire Moody, ABC News.